We're about a quarter of the way through.
Our last day and our last challenge, and from all reports, this is the toughest of the lot. I'm hoping we haven't bitten off more than we can chew.
So mate, this big mountain in front of us, this is the one you were telling us about yesterday.
Yeah, this is the one with Lake Cumberland on it.
So what's the go with this one, mate? It looks pretty steep from here.
Yeah, there's a bit of everything on this one. She's pretty steep, there's a lot of rocks, and yeah, it should be a good little challenge.
Sounds good, mate. I bet Rocket's jumped out of his skin.
Yeah, he's been putting the fear factor into me for the last few days about this track, so this is the one I have the most concern about, but bring it on!
The Lake Cumberland track can be thought of in three distinct sections. The first we're in right now, deep ruts and big wheel lifts. From there, we enter the forest where the trail makes an extremely sharp turn that can only be taken with some very, very careful driving. This challenge, called the switchback, is the toughest part of the entire track and turns back a lot of four-wheel drivers. If we make it through though, we'll emerge at the top of a mountain and hopefully a great view of the lake.
I've been lucky enough to get to the top once and I still broke stuff that one time.
Oh, goals. Here we go. Full drive action coming at you. So the first few metres of track already starts to look gnarly, mate.
Yeah, geez, that's a big hole.
Wow, we're only metres into this track and we're already in low range.
6 times I've done this, and never have I got to the top without breaking something. Today's my day.
I hope so too, mate.
Well, this looks like a bit of a dodgy bit here.
Would you have a go at this rut? There's no way around it. The only tactic I can choose is straight through it, pick a committing line and see what happens.
Bit of locker. We're gonna need it. And commit. There we go.
That's a wheel lift.
That's a big wheel lift.
There we go. Tell you what, that is insane. That's probably the biggest wheel lift in the Dirty 30 I've ever done. That's it. That's the one. Except that one time I rolled, that was a slightly bigger wheel lift. But that one, definitely number 2. Oh, that's a massive wheel lift, Rocket, massive.
There's few things I love more than seeing a 79 series with a wheel in the air. Rocket's on the way to the moon with that drive. Talk about a committing line.
That's a go.
Geez, what, we've come 80 metres so far and I've had 3 heart attacks.
Great drive, Rocket.
Holy, that's a big rut.
All right, Ray. If Cranky was ever going to lift a wheel, it would be right here. Come on, Ray, give us a wheel lift, mate. No, Cranky keeps all 4 wheels on the ground and makes this look easy. This thing's insane. It's an absolute flex machine. These ruts had me and Rocket pointing skywards, and Ray's tyres aren't even leaving the ground. Nice drive, mate.
It tells me it's going to be a little bit slippery in here.
Yeah, so heading into the forest now, so it's going to be a bit darker and that. We've just had a little bit of drizzle rain too.
It's like going into Jurassic Park.
Well, how's that for a scenery change? The forest has started to close in around us, and something tells me that this track is only going to get harder.
So this sort of terrain where there's lots of big sort of diff smashing boulders is not ideal for trucks with smaller tyres and leaf springs. This is one of those times where leaf springs really isn't the best option, but what I'm trying to do is pick your tyres on the big rocks, drive over those, and that'll hopefully give me the most amount of diff clearance. Yeah.
For a taller and heavier truck like the 79, a spotter on challenges like this is really the key. These boulders have panel damage written all over them.
You've either got a choice of going like over here, and the right hand side is this is the corner of the rock right now. You can go almost straight up here with that wheel and you should be right, I'd reckon. So if I get you to straighten up a little bit.
All right, no worries, I'll try that.
Straighten it up, yep. It's coming down now, slowly, yep. That's you, mate.
I'll tell you what, that was great spotting there, Shauno. Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah, too easy, mate. Can you lower the vehicle about an inch?
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. Sec, just spotted a bit. Is it one of those branches that will push up just a little bit? No, no. Muscles. Oh. Good on you, Shauno.
Oh, I'm sore.
With big lift and tyres, Ray can really pick whatever line he wants here. I don't see much that could trouble him. And he comes to a low-hanging branch, he's even got this little trick up his sleeve. And a little bit of help from Rocket.
That's the last time I'm helping you.
And here it is. Check this monster out.
Oh, you're not wrong, this is a switchback, obviously.
Yeah, mate.
Wow.
She's
Obviously you physically can't turn into there, so what, you've got to
gonna have to go up there,
turn around.
do a Huey.
Come
Then
back
come.
down and try and get in.
It's gonna be a mental challenge more than anything.
I'll tell you what, it probably doesn't look like it on camera, but this is one of the more gnarly things you'll ever drive. Because you're on this really big side angle here, you've got to come up, you're going to feel like the car's going to tip over that way, and it's great big, it's hard, it's really hard. I'll tell you what, as much as I'm worried about bringing the dirty 30 up here, it's Rocket we're going to be worried about.
Yeah.
The guy's the size of a freight train. Trying to get that thing through there with the height and the weight that you've got, mate, that's going to be...
Look, we haven't even started yet. My heart's already racing.
Mate, if I was you, I'd put your undies on the outside for this drive.
Yeah. I think I might go full diapers for this one.
This is going to be one of those moments, I think.
All right, here we go. Tell you what, these things never look tough on camera. In fact, you'll probably look at this and think, it's just a Sunday drive. But let me tell you, the angles on this really makes you a little bit concerned. But we're going to give it a red hot go.
Don't think there's any real way to make this one look pretty, mate. Just follow her up.
The switchback is tackled in 3 parts. First, you need to get up a series of slippery boulders to a turnaround point.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but it worked.
From there, you do the gnarliest U-turn you'll ever need to do before positioning to drive the switchback itself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty nervous about this, but I've got some good blokes spotting me, so that makes all the difference. We'll take our time, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll back out of it and come up with another plan. All right.
Stand down a bit. Left hand down. Left hand down. Left hand. Keep going. Keep coming. Keep driving. Keep driving. Keep driving. Don't stop driving, mate. Then you'll be fine. Straighten up. Yep, that's it. Roll up there at that.
Come on, just come through. There we go. All the way through. Oh, that's scary. Oof.
That was horrible.
Yes, it looked really
That
bad.
was just absolutely horrible.
Her back tyre's so close to dropping in that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get around that? There's nothing you can do.
I reckon we should still dig a bit more of this out, so it's not forcing it to lay over.
I can tell you right now, the guys are packing up the track, but I don't know. I mean, I've been doing this for years. Probably 30 years I've been doing it. And I don't know how bad it looks, but from my point of view, this would have to be the single toughest challenge that I'm about to undertake. So the nerves are right up. The emotions will be up by the time I'm about to move into it, but I am with a great bunch of people, and between us, I think we might be able to make this happen. So, let's see.
I'm spotting Rocket through here and I'm keeping an eye out for all sorts of obstacles and trying to pick the perfect line for him. Because in the driver's seat, all you can see is the tops of trees here and you can't see the ground right at your tyres.
That's a go. That's a go.
Oh, that's okay, Rod.
Whoa, wheel lift. Rocket's taking a different line to mine so we can get a wider berth to turn around, but it's also a lot more challenging.
It's gonna feel weird on the back and then it's gonna hit this big rock and then pick back up. There we go, it's gonna pick up.
Hey.
Put the right hand down when you come down here.
All right, I've got Rocket into position here. I'm really worried about the height of his vehicle against the overhang, but I'm doing my best not to show it. One slip up here from me or Rocket could have very, very dire results. If you're watching at home, cross your fingers and your toes. Come on, Rocket, you can do this, mate.
Righto, we've got some rocks here, you can't sort of go anywhere. Slowly.
Hang on, just waiting for the heart to start. Just waiting for the heart to start.
That's a go, that's a go. That's a go, keep on that one.
Rocket really has to be precise here. Even 1 inch off the right line and he could really be in trouble.
Bit to me, mate, bit to me, bit to me. Yeah, that's your line. That's a go, that's a go, that's a go. Keep on that one. I reckon just drive it one go. Just drive it slowly and just keep driving. Keep driving, just keep driving, keep driving. That's a go, well done mate, well done. That's a go.
Yes! Yes! What? Wow! Most fearful moment of my life, and I've done it. Yes!
Yes, great drive, mate. Given the weight and the height of the big 79, Rocket really had to thread the needle to make this work, and he's pretty happy about it too.
How good is that, buddy? Yes! You did well.
Thank
You did
you.
well, mate. You did well.
Mate,
You lifted fire all through there. I didn't want to say
I
anything.
felt it. Well, the thing is, that's 4 tons. That's now, it's compacted now.
Yeah, no.
You should be right.
The freight train went through.
It's certainly compacted.
All right, it's time to get Ray across. Given the lift and tyre size, I don't think the boulders or U-turn will be too much of an issue. What really worries me about Cranky is the fact that it's even wider than the big 79. With its massive offset tyres, this is one of those times where you don't want to have a wide track.
Not gonna lie, I am peeing myself. Just the mental block to get over this one is pretty intense.
That's the go. That's the ticket.
Yeah, that's not even the scary bit yet.
Right front's coming up.
With Ray in position, it's time to put this challenge behind us. I'll spot from the front while Rocket keeps an eye out from the rear. Once again, all hands are on deck to make sure Ray is attempting this in the safest way possible.
Keep going with me. A little bit this way, a little bit this way. That's it. Keep going. Just a very top 10. On your mate.
Come on, mate.
What a drive.
Did well.
That's nuts.
That is wild, isn't it? That's a steep, off-cambered. No, you put it there, bud. Unreal, man.
It's about time we had you in a pucker up moment, I tell you.
How's it in a big truck? You feel it more?
Because it's so high, it's very tippy and
Is this the hardest bit?
yeah.
Well, I didn't even need to make my coffee. Let's
Yeah, that's it.
cup of tea and a blanket.
done
Mate.
it.
Let's-
Get to the top of this mountain.
With the switchback behind us, we wind our way up around one last tight corner before finally emerging from the forest.
I'll tell you what, fellas, the terrain's starting to open out a little bit. Well, it is, at least in the sky, not around the vehicles. And yeah, look, according to the VMS, we should have a bit of a left turn coming up here, which should take us up the top of the mountain and maybe to that lake that Ray's talking about.
This trip has seen us take on the toughest tracks on the west coast in just 3 days. The mud of the Balfour, the cliffs of the Climes, and the mighty switchback of the Lake Cumberland Track. And it has all led to this place.
Oh, well, I'll be damned. Guys, I'll let you see this one for yourself.
Oh, get a load of that. What a pristine lake.
A lake on top of a mountain, as I live and breathe.
How awesome is that?
If you ask me, this place is only accessible with a well-modified four-wheel drive, which is exactly why this is so special. We've got this entire area completely to ourselves. And I'll tell you what, we've earned it too. To me, this is what four-wheel driving is all about.
Have a go at this, boys. You can see the ocean out to the right, the lake to the left, and I think we're nearly at the end of this trail, mate.
After a quick walk to the top of the mountain, we're rewarded with the best view of the entire trip. I can't think of a better way to cap off what's been an incredible adventure.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I've wanted to come to the west coast of Tasmania for about as long as I can remember. The Dirty 30's here. We've done the Balfour track, we've done the Climes, which has been one of the most scenic and breathtaking four-wheel drive tracks I've ever done. The blokes have had an amazing time. I've had a fantastic time, and I'll tell you one thing, I'll definitely be back to the west coast of Tasmania. That's enough from us. We're going to get back down this mountain, fire up the campfire, and have a well-deserved beer. I'll see you around next time. What do you reckon, mate?
For more on this adventure and to find out more details that you didn't see on camera, make sure you read my article in the magazine, and believe me, you'll want to know this stuff. If you've enjoyed this DVD, don't forget that you can now watch every episode of Full Drive Action, and it's available to download in full HD from our massive online library. Also, if you want to keep up to date with